Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All Things Comedy Live podcast with Bill Burr and Al Madrigal. Please welcome, you guessed it, Bill Burr and Al Madrigal.
Hello. All right. How are you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Podcasting live. Going fucking down. I'm standing this whole show.
Are you?
No, putting my stupid phone. I finally got a case for it.
I
still have the 4S. I still have the 4S. I like it. I resent all those people that get ridiculously emotional about the 6.
Did anyone go out and get the? Does anyone have the 6 on
it?
them right now? Is anyone operating and owning a iPhone 6 that they waited? Like nobody's an asshole. No assholes.
Yeah, it's like, why wouldn't you just wait a week and walk in like a person? Instead of sitting out there on the sidewalk like the government collapsed. And you're waiting to get your slice of cantaloupe. No pushing and shoving. Everyone will get a slice. We need to stay together. I didn't even see it. Somebody told me that they have a new watch.
Yeah, there's the watch. I saw the video the day when they put out the watch.
And wasn't there somebody tearing up in it? They were tearing up, bottom lip quivering about this fucking watch coming up. I don't even know if it's true. I didn't see the video. Somebody said it to me, and I wanted it to be true. Now I'm presenting it to you guys. This is probably the wrong crowd, like Nerd Melt. They're probably all into this shit. Dude, fuck that guy and his podcast. He made fun of the iWatch.
Well, I don't even. Somebody gave me. I think it's the Pebble. That was another. That was like the first incarnation of a watch. Well, they had the iPod Mini. You could actually attach to a watch at some point. So they had a band. Is that it right there? Okay. And then
told you this is the wrong crowd. These guys are all on Best Buy's mailing list and all that shit. Was that the right store? I don't even fucking know.
Did you take a little shit? I saw from I think it was on Twitter.
I think you said you went to the bathroom. Just the way you said it. Did you take a little shit?
Just a little
one, sort of smelly but kind of cute. Was that you?
Sort of smelly but kind of
It was a really weird place to pause. Did you take a little shit? I was,
barely had to wipe. Just a little... You know what I'm talking about. Came out clean. All right. A little shit for even performing here. Because you give people a hard time. Give the nerd comics or
I didn't. No, somebody asked me one time about... I was on my podcast, so whatever you ask me about, I'm going to shit all over it. And then people thought that I had this thing against all comics, and I didn't. A lot of other people did, so they took what I said. Everything now is a rant. It really annoys me. If you talk about anything for longer than 8 seconds, it's like, dude, I heard your rant about the little shit comment that Al made. I mean,
yeah.
To me, a rant, you're like, froth coming out of your mouth like a fucking mad dog. Like, if people are going, all right, then you were on a rant. Other than that, you just, why can't you just state your opinion?
Well, my thing with this, I love performing here because it really is great. Do people come to this room a lot? Are you guys just coming for this? A round of applause if you've been to this room before for other things. Yeah, it's a great room. But I remember early on when it started, I was in the back with Blaine Capatch. And we were watching people up here just kill with premises and setups that were half-baked. And he looked at me and said the best thing. He goes, if comedy was a video game, this would be level 1. And and that's what it is. It's just such a... Same thing with the Ice House. If anyone's ever gone to the Ice House in Pasadena... The Ice House in Pasadena is this... what it is rooms like this are just perfect for fucking stand-up or any live event. So you have the laughs. When I first started in San Francisco, there was Cobb's in the Cannery, which is this little 200-seater where it's just perfect underground.
You cannot fail.
The Denver Comedy Works is the same thing, and so you perform it, and then the Ice House, they wouldn't even take Carson submissions from the Ice House because everyone destroyed. So you just
for the Tonight Show. It's a younger crowd.
Johnny
Carson was a legendary broadcaster that hosted this show called The Tonight Show. And back then, if you got on his show, allegedly your money went up through the roof if you killed on his show. And what happened is people kept submitting tapes from the Ice House, and then they go on the show and they weren't doing that well. And they finally figured out it was such a hot room that basically anybody could go in there and kill. And then they stopped taking them. There you go. Sorry.
But anyway, back to this fucking watch. So someone gave me a Pebble, which was like, I guess the first version of this iWatch. And it gets all of your messaging is done on it, so your email is done on it, but it syncs with your phone. I don't want my current fucking messages. I don't want anything on my phone. I don't want to be this. Is there going to be a big backlash, do you think, that people are going to... You're not even getting the iPhone 6. You haven't jumped to the 5. I don't
like the cloud. I never liked it. I don't like this whole fucking thing that you just... Like my personal life gets evaporated into your little cloud, and we're just going to hang on to it in case you lose your shit. It's like, you fucking weirdos. They're weirdos. It's a bunch of fucking people jerking off. So I don't know what. I don't like that my banking info. I don't bank online. You are out of your fucking mind to do it. So I thought I was smart that I didn't do it. Then I found out that all my banking information is online anyways, just in case I decide to bank online. And it's just like, dude, is it even my money? Like, shouldn't I have a say in that? No, don't worry, it's a secure site. No, it isn't. None of them are, right? Every fucking nerd that makes these sites, there's always a back door. And that's their little fucking, I'm stuffing somebody in a locker. That's I'm putting up 225 is I can get in the back. Hey, you want to see something cool? And then you fucking go into Obama.com or whatever the fuck they built.
Yeah.
And they watch him take a bath. And that's how they feel powerful.
Yeah. You saying Obama.com has bathroom access? Is there some secret?
You're not supposed to see it.
No.
It's only the Bilderberg people. They're the only ones who watch it.
Well, that was the thing that they just found out with that latest, the Home Depot, right? The Home Depot was way bigger than the Target. They basically grabbed all of the data is data or data? Data? I don't know,
whatever.
Yeah. They grabbed Home Depot. They found out that everyone who was using Home Depot and buying shit at Home Depot, all their credit card information was stolen. So that's what they traced it back to Home Depot, which is, again, something you don't really have to worry about.
Oh, yeah, whenever you go into a store and then they just go, can I get a phone number? You just go, yeah, no, I don't give out my phone number. They go, oh, okay. And it's just like, well, what the fuck were you going to do with that? Who were you selling that to? That's why I never get. The amount of I just put out misinformation.
I'm using old phone numbers. I use my old phone number. Everyone's welcome to this one. It's 323-668-0986. Everywhere. Fucking Walgreens, Vons. Let's build up that account together.
Yeah. And I believe in that. You start putting out misinformation about yourself. You know, how did you hear about us? At the circus. They just fucking put it in there, and it's just like, we can't get a read on this guy. How are we going to sell him toothpaste, right? You just keep putting it out. All of that shit, those little save cards, you know, like you're going on it. Like, I love when I go, yeah, do you have our little card? I go, no. Would you like one? No, I don't. And then they go, okay. Then on the slide, they take a card, and they go, boop. And they do it anyways. It's like, what are you doing? They're like, oh, I just got you the savings. It's like, dude, so you just went out of your fucking way to make your company less money, and they're okay with that? Like, what are you really doing? I guess they sell all the fucking information, you know?
Or it's their card. They're working on the MasterCard. Like, we should all be working on.
How come I don't get a...
323-668. 0986 is the card that we all
what you
fucking
do.
work on. We all start sharing the same fucking number.
Yeah.
That's everyone listening. Let's go.
Just pass that on to everybody,
Yeah.
and it'll freak them out in their lair somewhere. Like,
this
why
guy's
do we keep
buying
getting the
shit
same
everywhere
number?
at the same time. We can't fucking. It's in different states.
There'll be these big board meetings. We have to stop the 323-668 front. I don't know who they are, but they are organized. 18% of our customers are giving out this phone number.
323-668-0986. Let's bring out.
0986. Then they lose critical mass.
Let's
the whole
bring out.
fucking thing
Let's
falls
bring out
apart.
our buddy. Should we bring out our first guest? You wanna do
Absolutely.
that?
Why are you staring at me like that, Al? You're
I
making
don't
me
know.
nervous.
Should
Should we, take care of that thing? Should we take care of that fucking thing out there?
You know that thing I talked about?
Yeah, that thing you talked.
I just learned. Let's bring it. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. You know him from many things, but you should know him from the All Things Comedy Podcast Network. Ladies and gentlemen, he does. Moshe Kasher was supposed to fucking be here, and he
He's
fucking
supposed to be
flaked.
here.
Can you explain yourself?
He's supposed to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Neal Brennan, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear it.
Neal
Neal
Brennan.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
What's going on?
I feel weird. Could I? I
wanna
guess I'll just stay
switch?
here.
You can stay
I
here.
feel like I
no, because in a minute we'll get another guest out here who'll balance the whole thing out.
Oh, great.
So right now you guys are on the date, right? And I'm the creepy guy in the terminal looking over at you.
How are things? I feel like we just saw each other, and it's been a long time because you moved to Venice, and
Yeah.
we were seeing each other out at stand-up comedy, but I live in Pasadena.
Yeah. You might as well live in
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Exactly.
There you go. In the
So-
history of stand-up, you never can yell out a city and there's not somebody there from that. There's always. You could literally said, Yellowknife, Canada. Yeah, some Eskimo would have been in the crowd.
What do you do? Are people coming with you?
Yeah, what's
What are you
happening with
doing?
these seats? There are
You're
there
dressed
people-
like beautifully, dude. Like what? This is a. Oh, go ahead with that. No, there's a. All right.
There's some
Yeah.
great seats in the front next to.
Yeah, great
somebody's
season
bed.
for it.
Yeah, I don't know what's
4,
going on. What is
5.
happening over there? You're dressed not as beautifully. You're wearing a flannel.
Jesus, Neal.
She's
We don't have a big following on the network. We're trying to extend an olive branch. You're attacking our front lines.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Yeah, if anyone in the back would like to sit down, I promise you Neal will not. Well, I can't really. He won't be any meaner. I should have talked about how you can see the shit in his pockets.
You can see the shit.
Those are the tightest fucking jeans
They
I've
are
ever
too
seen
tight.
in my life.
They're too tight.
You can actually, let's all try to guess what those things are.
Yeah, you want
I
it?
think
Let's
you
start over
can.
here.
Neal is
You got it.
wearing a cat suit.
They're not that tight if I stand up, but when it all
that was for
presses
her.
together.
Whatever.
That's
No,
a wallet
yeah,
with
no,
the money
there you
clip
go.
in the front pocket?
No, that's a key
Oh, shit.
for the
Hide a key?
for
What the fuck is
it's
very
like a electric.
Are you a big technology guy?
Nah, not really. I mean, a little bit. Like I always want to buy the new shit, but then it doesn't make things better.
It doesn't.
Doesn't make
then
you
you
feel
go-
better. It makes you feel better for like 45 minutes. Then you're like, oh fuck, my dad
do you
didn't
know
give a shit about me.
I got a gift the other day. Sorry, I stepped on that. I got a gift the other day, and it was a technological thing, whatever the fuck you say. I don't even know what it is. I sat with my wife, and she goes, "Oh, cool. What is it?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And we were looking at it. It was this little black box, and there was a Netflix thing on it. We were like, does it control the TV? Is it wireless? I don't even know what it is.
What? It didn't have a box?
No, it had a box, but it didn't say like radio or fucking interface thing. Whatever the fuck it's gonna say.
Is it a Roku? Is it a Roku 3?
Does that come in a red box with
I don't
white
think
lettering?
so.
That's all I remember. It was a little black box. It was a little thing, and I didn't even take it out because I know I'm not going to use it. I still have somewhere buried in my office, I have a Kindle. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Somebody got me that. It's like, what do? Well, you download the books. I'm out right there. I'm fucking out. I got to do what? Jesus Christ. Then I get it halfway through, and then it crashes, and I got to go again. I'm completely, I think, yeah, we've hit the tipping point, I think, with personal technology shit. It doesn't need to get any better. I have no problems with it getting better in cars or in surgery and shit like that. Continue moving forward. But as far as my,
You don't like the watch? The
watch thing, I don't need any of that shit.
What
It
about
doesn't make
all
your
the,
life easier. I don't like how I feel like I was literate, and slowly through life I've become illiterate again. It's like I'm a little kid, and then I learn something, and then 6 months later it's obsolete, and then I got to learn it all over again.
What about all the wearable tech that they have, like a Fitbit? And
I don't even know what that is.
That
may be what you got.
What is a Fitbit?
In the box.
What is it?
That's what you got.
I think you got a Fitbit.
Is that the thing you put on and it counts calories?
Yeah.
Yeah. You count your steps.
No, it's not that, because that looks.
It doesn't have Netflix, so.
That looks.
Yeah.
That looks like
Not
a little
yet.
thing.
Eventually, it
Don't
will.
laugh at me like you guys invented this shit. It's like when people give me shit for my Prius. Hey, we got a little fucking queer car you got there. It's like, did you build yours? Can you even change the oil? Go fuck yourself. Oh, you got a Mustang, you renegade. Did I come with a duster and some fucking tobacco so you could walk around like a fucking outlaw?
Well, I'm going to go grab my phone because I think people are texting us. 1 second.
All right. So it's just you and me, Neal. We've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I used to do Chappelle's show, this is the guy who used to direct it, wrote all this stuff,
Yeah.
You would have thought that would have got some applause. It's only the greatest sketch
No,
show
but
of all
I'm
fucking
glad
time.
that they didn't. I'm glad that it didn't. I'm glad that it was
Oh,
just
you
like.
sick of that? Are you
No.
sick of people bringing
I don't
that up?
like that. Like, and I did a little movie called The Godfather.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. Well,
No. I just don't like it in the world. I feel like you'd be against it too.
be against what?
Just like people milking applause. Like, and then I did a little thing.
No, I don't like
Annie.
milking applause when you should just be performing. We had a third of our show just walk out on us. So I feel like that was a good time to,
Oh, you were trying to milk it.
I was
Okay,
just trying
got
to,
it.
I was trying to
You
avoid this.
panicked.
I was trying to
You
avoid this.
panicked.
I didn't panic. It was nice and smooth. My heart rate did not go up. It was nice and fucking smooth.
Did I ever
You know
tell
what's getting my goat right now? I rented a car and I can't figure out how to fucking hook my phone to get to the auxiliary thing. It's just such a complex system. I gave up and I just started listening to sports talk radio, and they just will not stop talking about this fucking domestic violence thing. They just won't stop fucking. And what does it say about society? Yeah, they're making it out like every other guy. We got to get the cheerleaders off the sidelines. Somebody's going to get punched in the face. I listen to this guy. He fucking, the drinking game should be every time he says and. He can't make a point. They came out in the first quarter and they were all over everybody. I just drive down the street listening to him. Just going, just yelling with him as I'm going down the fucking street. He drives me up the fucking wall, and he went to a smart college, and he keeps throwing that in there like he actually went to the classes. It's like, dude, you sound like a fucking meathead. Like if you didn't play football, like what? You would have been like running for senator.
When they do the
I'm
shit.
gonna turn this economy around, and I'm gonna fucking. Sorry.
When they're the analysts and they hold a pen on the air as if that's some indicator of intelligence. Like, well, he's got a pen.
He's got a pen. Oh yeah, no, you stand there in your suit, and you got it like this.
Yeah.
You're just sort of playing with it, waiting for your time to come up. You're just playing with the little fucking thing before you got on that fake half a football field, and you act out the play. Once again, nerds. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this here? I should talk about. What's your favorite part?
Oh, when they act out the play. When they
act out the
pretend
play.
to play football again.
It's not really. That was a bad time.
It was brutal, dude. You brought the whole fucking thing down to the ground. And then you get to walk away, and then it makes us look bad. Like we got to start all over again.
We climbed out of the fucking Phoenix hole, and now you gotta fucking...
The Al having to leave for 30 seconds.
The no applause hole for Chappelle show. That.
It's been a lot of lulls this first half hour.
It really has. What we were talking about earlier is that there's these 4 cases. I'm sure there's much more, but 4 cases just recently of domestic violence, and then there's 1,667 players in the NFL. And so if you look at that percentage, it's not that
It's like
high.
0.4.
Is it lower than the general? I think it's lower than the general. Yeah.
Yes, much lower.
Yeah.
Much lower. Yeah.
But those are the cases that we hear about. I'm sure a lot of these cities are still operating. You get fucking slapped somebody
I
around
agree
in
with
Buffalo.
That. Yes.
And they're going to go, oh, hey there, Mr. Spiller.
Sorry.
Oh, boy, what you got? Those don't look like bruises to me.
Yeah.
I think that's frostbite. That's that lake effect black eye.
It's not that hard to not hit a woman. I don't find it that hard.
Yeah, and I never, whether or not I was going to hit a woman or not, was never informed on what a running back from the Baltimore Ravens did. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, well, you know what? I was raised not to do it. But I got to tell you, I've always been a fan of this Ray Rice.
And
Maybe I was wrong. I mean, this is a very successful guy, and
I just found out this, and we've talked about it on other podcasts, and and this is somebody else's bit, but I think it's a fucking.
Lol number 5. Go
No,
ahead.
it's a horrible joke. But I've never hit a woman. But I mean, I understand it. I see how somebody else could. A lesser man could be prone to do such things. It's crazy. But I found out recently that my grandfather. I went down for a reunion in Tijuana 2 weeks ago. Family reunion. I'm sitting with my cousins and my uncle. And they looked at me and they go, hey, you know why your grandfather came to the United States, right? And I said, for work, I guess? And I said, no, man. He was rich. He was a rancher. He didn't want to come to the United States. What happened? You didn't hear the story? And I'm like, no, I didn't hear the story. And what happened was a guy came to his door, and he was having an affair with that guy's wife, and he stabbed him. The guy stabbed him twice in the side. And then my grandfather said, hey, let's not do this here.
Let's go to the United States and do this.
Let's go to the edge of town. He said, let's go to the edge of town. And then once they were at the edge of town, my grandfather took out a machete and chopped the guy's head open from the top like a fucking coconut. Kills him on the spot. They say just put the machete in his head, fucking put the machete out.
And if that never happened, Al Madrigal is not sitting in that seat tonight.
That's right. No machete to the head. No fucking meltdown podcast.
It's a butterfly effect for sure.
So, and then he went to go work in the railroad with the Chinese and his own little relocation program.
What podcast network do you think is going to come out of that Ray Rice? That Ray Rice beating in the elevator, do you know? Is he going to have to leave the country?
Yeah.
Why is a machete in the head fucking hilarious?
Yeah.
Somebody died and a podcast network came out of that. But
Hey, can I ask you a question?
I will never understand comedy. Every time you think you have it down, it's just, to me, that totally made sense. The butterfly effect, something negative happened?
How many pairs of glasses do you have?
I have quite a few pairs of glasses, yeah.
Do you find that audiences like certain glasses more than others?
I've been wearing these glasses for about 2 years, so I don't change them too much. I sort of, when these break, I'll get a new pair, but I've been going with
those
these
are the
for a long
Michael
time.
Douglas falling down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specials.
That's exactly what these are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That says
they're
I'll
filthy.
discover a cure for cancer or...
I just realized how disgusting my glasses are. I'm not sure if anybody wears glasses and you take them off and you realize how fucking gross. Is all this shit on my face as well? Is that also?
I was wearing glasses and they were too, like, I looked like an architect. And I was just fucking bombing for like 5
Oh, those really slender ones?
Yeah, no, the clear ones, like the clear frame glasses, and audiences hated me for it. So
Well,
I've had
there's
to go
a
back to
fine
these.
line between like totally nerdy
Yeah.
and then this guy thinks he's better than me.
I swear to God, that's what
You
it
gotta-
was.
You got to get
Yes.
that middle ground.
Yeah. No,
The
I
middle ground
promise you that's what it was.
Because those are thin. What you have right now, but you're saying you had like the little German
I had this, but
engineer.
clear. Yeah, like a
And
bit
we are
like.
going to tell some comedy tonight?
Yeah.
Hello,
will
everyone.
laugh?
How are you?
Yeah.
Went to the grocery store today. Punched in my club member number.
We
Just
have to
3
band
to 3.
together.
Why is the avocados more than the grapefruits? I don't understand. We are in the climate. My neighbor has an avocado tree. It makes no sense.
Is that your act?
No. Yeah, I do my act in German. Phony German accent, yeah.
Billy, you're on the road a lot, right? Are you what you're doing?
Yes. Yes,
You-
I am. I'm one of those weird guys that likes. I like the road.
What you like? Do you like planes and shit, or do you like hotels? Or you just like?
I just like doing the. I get like. I think it goes back to when I used to have a day job, and just go into that same fucking building every day. And there was that unbelievably depressing moment when you were coming up on a year anniversary, where it's like if I just rewound my life, I would. You could just overlap me trudging through this fucking door in there, and it used to drive me nuts. So what I like about comedy is like I'm still a comedian and everything, but the background changes each time, and I've been to places enough times that I know people I can hang out with, get drunk, go to games, fucking shoot guns, whatever the fuck I'm gonna do there.
Are you in? And this things are going well. Do you go first class every time now, or are you? I'm in.
Yeah,
a
and I
mix.
don't use miles, and I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Go on their website. I remember one time United sent me something, and they said, "Hey, you got whatever, how many thousand miles with us, but you got to use them by this date, or you're gonna lose all your miles." And it made me fucking livid. So I called them up.
They meant
And they
well
were
this
like,
time.
yeah,
I think.
no, they didn't. They didn't. They're not my miles if you can fucking take them. They're your miles. So I called them up, and I said, hey, I don't like being threatened. Right? And I deliberately made it vague. So, like, what the fuck? And it's like, no, you send me a letter saying if I don't use these miles by then,
You
You're
open
gonna take
with
'em?
you open with, hey,
yeah,
I don't like being threatened.
Perfect, yeah. You get their attention.
Like press 8 if you like being threatened. Fuck that.
No, I got to a person. And then I was just like, yeah, I don't like being threatened. Like, we didn't threaten you. Like, yeah, you did. You said if I don't use them by then, you're going to take them away from me. I don't need your miles. All right? Keep your miles. Don't send me any more threatening letters. And they kept going, sure, it's not a threatening letter. Yeah, it is. That is a threat. Sir, is there anything else I can help you with? No, you haven't helped me with anything. You haven't helped me with anything. I'm letting you know. You put me on the do not send this. Just take the fucking miles. Think I'm sitting around thinking about your fucking miles? Like my whole life revolves, you better do this or we're going to do that. Oh, fuck. Let me go to Miami.
That's what we were doing.
No, and I can't even tell you, everybody thinks I'm nuts here, how fucking right I am. Don't fucking set up some sort of parent-kid thing and I'm looking for your approval. That's what they always do. Oh, okay, United. Go fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck your miles. Don't offer
How
me
many
any
miles
more miles.
do you feel like you threw away, or they
You
were
have
threatening
no
you with?
idea how many miles you have right now.
No. I could give
Really?
a shit.
You don't give
What, so I
them
can
away
get
to
the
people.
backpack?
No, you can
There's
give
no
them
back-
away
that's-
to
that was
people. Or
cigarettes
like
in
fly.
1986.
I didn't.
Fly
Then it's
your
like
wife?
I work for the fucking airline. I got to go on. I got to come up with yet another password. I got to go on there. I got to figure out what dates. I mean, I might as well have Bill Burr, American Airlines fucking thing on me. I don't work for you. If that's what I got to jump through, I don't give a shit. I'm going to pay full price. And I will take less trips if I have to have those seconds back cumulatively in my life.
All right.
See that?
This is great.
I got my 2x4 out tonight.
You've only got like half the
Hold
audience.
on a second.
Huh?
Quick
You've only
question.
got half the audience.
Can I have
Half
your
the audience
miles?
is a hit. Half the audience
I
is a
want
hit.
your miles so bad
Yeah,
right
give
now.
them to him.
Give me
You
your
can
miles.
give the
I need
miles
'em.
away.
Listen, if you want to come over my house and you want to set up the account and you want to take all yours, you
He
do
has a
it.
box of miles at his house.
Do it.
That's what that thing was.
Whatever you want to do.
Come by the
Laugh
garage.
at me all you want. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But, like, people just think they're intelligent because they understand this shit that they didn't invent. They're fucking steering. I gotta get my fucking miles.
It's
the
free
stupidest
money.
thing
It's a
ever.
gift certificate for free travel.
No, dude, it isn't. It isn't. It
If
isn't.
you can fly your wife places if you have
they don't give you
40,000
anything
miles.
for free. Neal, they already overcharged you for the shit, and then they give you some trinkets back. They gave me my money back.
Yeah.
No. So that's not a gift certificate. It's what you fucking paid for anyways.
Right, but you're turning it away.
No. Stay on your point. Don't try to weasel your
It's
way
a-
out of
no,
this.
you just
said
said-
it was a gift certificate,
No,
and it's
okay.
not. It's
I
not.
said it's a
Go
gift
back to your
certificate.
other glasses. Go fuck yourself.
You said
You said it's a gift
I
certificate.
said it's a gift certificate, and you said no, it's not. They're giving you something for that you ever paid for, and I'm
No,
saying
I'm saying they already overcharged you for the fucking
right.
ticket.
And
Yes.
now they're
Yeah, so that's
giving
not
me
a
a
gift
gift. They're
certificate.
giving me a tiny gift certificate back
No,
for
they're
the
not. They're giving you your own money back.
right, and
That's
you're
not a gift
denying
certificate.
you're
All right.
denying your own
so
money.
when is your birthday?
October 19th.
Good. I'm going to mug you for $100, and then I'm going to give you a $100 gift certificate, and then I want you to say thank you. Thank you for that gift certificate. What a friend. What a fucking pal.
That would make sense if I needed you to mug me to get somewhere.
Neal, you can sit there with your legs crossed and argue this all night. I'm right.
What are you so mad about?
That doesn't.
It doesn't track. How
Do the
come
thing with
my
your
logic-
fucking foot.
my logic is-
I'm right, and it bugged you. I beat you on an intellectual
It does-
level. You thought I was a
I
meathead.
completely
Sitting here with
disagree.
the salami sandwich. I went into your dojo, and I beat you at your own fucking game. And you don't like it. You can't. So you're going to sit here just for whatever fucking reason and try to continue to argue this with me.
I just want to say that I have the
it's
United
not
Mileage
it's
Plus
a gift
credit card.
certificate for shit you
I
overpaid
have
for.
Unreal.
two of them. I go to the
Just-
Red
It's
Carpet
a little
Club. I
all
really
right, so
enjoy
it's a
that.
little refund. By your
I
logic,
thank
it's a
them
little
for all their
refund. Why not take the
hospitality.
refund?
I get the mini bags of carrots. I get free Bud
But
Lights
why not take
at the
the
Red
refund?
Carpet
Neal,
Club.
I have stated my
drink
case. I'm not
those.
going to waste any more time. Now I'm on your website.
I
Now
enjoy
gotta
using the restroom. I go to the Red Carpet Club after the flight.
Yeah, it's
and
a
hang
great
out in
system.
there.
Yeah. I don't mind it. If I'm overpaying, I might as well get a rebate.
Yeah, I get it. I can't get enough of it. I got the American Express Platinum credit card. I go to the Delta Sky Club. They upgraded their bagels recently, and I fucking go there.
Fuck your bagels.
No,
I
I go
love
into
it.
the lounge. I'll go into the fucking lounge. I'll do that, but I'm not getting on a fucking website.
Do you not book your own travel?
Do I have enough yet? No, I don't. I'm not a travel agent, Neal. I'm a stand-up comedian. I have a travel
All right,
agent
so-
book it. It's fucking wonderful.
But you're also in a privileged situation where, I mean, I was flying back and forth to New York almost every single week. I was fucking on that economy super saver United fucking website, fucking refreshing
Fuck
30.
United.
Yeah, I really was. I like, and for 12,500 miles, you can get a flight to fucking New York. I was fiending for the shit. When you say you don't know your mileage balance, I know that I have approximately 57,500 right now. I really do. I fucking need it. I use them.
I have
as
63,000. But I get your point. I do think about the miles too much.
I think the last time I looked, I had in the six figures.
I need them. So
We envy you.
Like, you know how I could live on those fucking miles? I'd be a king.
I just think it's funny.
Own that fucking place.
I think it's funny that there's somebody there just sitting there going, why won't he use them? What is he waiting for?
And then they're buying information from CBS. Okay, he gets this kind of toothpaste. He goes.
He
to
heard
this
about us
gym.
at the circus.
This guy just doesn't make sense.
I had the greatest flight. I was on a United flight, and I sat next to a comic. I don't want to say his name because he was doing his legal. He told me, he goes, we sat down. We were on a United flight. And he goes, hey, Al, how are you doing? Long time no see. It was an Oakland comic that I started with. And then he said, he goes, what do you want? The cart's coming by. You want a tapas? You want a tapas box? You want a red wine? Like, I go, tapas? Yeah, tapas box and a red wine. And then he goes, looks at the lady next to him. He goes, what do you like, lady? He goes, you want me to get you a tapas box? Tapas box, red wine? So he got like 4 tapas box. He's passing them out. He got 4 red wines. He's sharing
You didn't
them.
say what the fuck is a tapas box?
No, because I know what it is. It's their fucking little Mediterranean olives in a little container. And that's exactly what it is. I didn't say what the fuck is a tapas box because that's my favorite box. And so I said, yes, please. And then he hands the lady a card, but he hands her, and he goes, guess how much I paid for that? Nothing. And he shows me the card, and it's an American Express gift card that they haven't learned to swipe yet. And if you're on a Virgin flight, the magnetic strips don't work in the air. And so then he goes, AAA card works as well. And so fucking, you can buy movies on that shit. And 323-668-0986. So you can put American Express gift card. You buy one for $25. You max it out, and then you can use it. He goes, there hasn't been money on that card for 2 years. And then he goes, ask me how much I paid for this flight. And I go, how much? He goes, nothing.
This guy's an idiot. Shut up. Guess what I did? I just robbed a bank right around the corner. You want some money?
I'm telling everybody now. So then the other thing is stewardesses and stewards, they all have friends and family, and so he found one of these chicks. He bought into her for $2,500. He's on her friends and family list, and so you can find somebody that's an employee of United and fucking get. Does anybody know about this? You can get on their list. The employees are selling off their friends and family lists. So you can find them on Craigslist. You can find them everywhere.
They get fired, though, if they do that.
Yeah,
they get caught.
Well, and who's doing it? And so
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that.
But I like that idea. I'd do that. I'd find if anybody works for United, and if anybody else feels the same way as Bill about the miles, I will happily take them. I'll take his miles. I'll take all your fucking miles. If we all combined our miles.
Can you imagine the cheesecake factories we could visit in a faraway land? What does your target look like?
What's going on with the champs? Anything you say you've had?
No, we just haven't been around a lot, so we've been like a little short on episodes.
Oh,
but
really?
we did Harrison this week.
Oh, great.
And we're doing the guy who directed
the Champs podcast with Moshe Kasher,
yeah,
Neal, Brennan. Very
Harrison
funny.
Barnes
You should listen
from
to it.
Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
Harrison Barnes, big comedy
Golden State.
fan.
But you're like a huge comedy fan, and he knows weird comics. Like he should. I was saying like he should be friends with Kevin Hart and shit because he's a basketball player. And he's like, Mark got me tickets for Oddball. I was like, Mark, and he goes, Marin, like a 23-year-old black dude. It's like, all right, fuck it.
Marin's
he's got good
funny.
taste. No, I know he's got good taste in comedy, but you'd think it would just be like I was talking to D-Ray, and it only takes one person sometimes, guys.
The first time I ever heard anything about Harrison Barnes, he plays for the Golden State Warriors. His nickname is the Black Falcon. I'm a big Golden State Warrior fan. He went to North Carolina. The guy is 6'8"?
Yeah.
6'8". He's amazing. He was in the slam dunk competition. He's an incredible basketball player. And he was our He was our first round draft pick. We picked him up like in the at number 7 spot or something. He was amazing. So I did a gig for the Daily Show. We went to Iowa State, and we were there. And the nerdiest little Indian kids came up to us after the show and found out I was a Warrior fan, and they go, "We're friends with Harrison Barnes. He went because he's from Iowa." And they're like, "Look, we're gonna text him right now." And it was like little mini tiny Aziz Ansari's talking just like, And
man.
hey man, and they were texting him, and he was responding right away. I was like, oh, this guy's fucking cool. Still be friends with these little tiny Indian guys from high school. That's amazing because he's a superstar now. And then I got an opportunity to meet him when I was on the road with Dave Chappelle for the last Oddball tour, and he's a big Chappelle fan, and he came out, and so we started talking, and we've been sort of friendly ever since. But it's amazing this guy's comedy knowledge is really fucking incredible because he's this guy that you wouldn't expect. That's the backstory. You just got all the fucking backstory. You wouldn't expect him to be a comedy fan like he is because I guess we just make assumptions about 6'8" black guys. So my grandfather chops a guy with the machete.
My favorite part of the story is him getting the machete out.
Yeah. You know that he had it was in deep enough that it stuck a little.
I added that.
Did he keep his money? Did he bring his money back? Your grandfather? Did he just like, fuck it, I'm leaving tonight?
I think he took off. I think he just went for it. He took his machete. My brother has his machete. We have his machete.
Is that true?
Yeah.
He had the fucking balls to cross the border with the machete.
Evidence, yeah. You just fucking wipe it off with his... Take some brains off it.
So this guy went across the border like bleeding from 2 stab wounds
holding
with
a machete.
Probably just put some aloe vera on it.
Wasn't that in like No Country for Old Men?
Yeah.
Josh Brolin.
We should bring out the Caparulos.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do you want to try to stay? Do you want to stay? We'd love to have you stay.
No, I gotta go.
You gotta go?
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big round of applause from the champs, Neal Brennan. Let's hear it for him, everybody. Thanks, dude. Before we bring out the Caparulos, I want to also say a little quick thing about All Things Comedy. Hopefully people know what we're trying to do with the site. And if you can go to allthingscomedy.com, look at all of the other podcasts. It's just amazing. More people coming on. Doug Stanhope joined recently, and he's not a big joiner. And it's incredible, the roster of people that we're assembling. We got tired of being fucked over. We're starting our own company to distribute our own content. And so this is our own distribution company. We started a record company. The deal is amazing. This company is not set up to make any money. So your support is amazing. We haven't figured out what we're fucking doing, but you can donate to us. You can watch this. We're streaming it for people right now. And so you can donate on allthingscomedy.com. That just goes to the studio. That just goes to helping comics produce their podcasts and make this content because we love it. No one's making any money. Fucking Joe Rogan, I'm sure, and Mark Maron and huge podcasts are doing just fine. But this collective group of comedians, doing, everyone's making money other ways. So. We're trying to do something great, and it's, we appreciate your support. That being said, a lot of comics are trusting us with their podcasts. This guy's an old friend of mine. We got a comedy store. He does a podcast on the network with his wife. Big round of applause for John and Jamie Caparulo, ladies and gentlemen. Let them hear it. Hey! How are you? Nice to see you, buddy. Hi. How you doing?
Hey, man. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to
see you. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
I would just end up. My wife would, if I did this, my wife would just fucking kill me at the end of the podcast. I know you guys. I couldn't pull this off because you guys do the podcast together.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell people about the show real quick?
It's called Domestic Disputes.
Perfect.
People are like, "How'd you come up with the concept?" It wasn't really that fucking hard. We just were thinking we'd like to do one together, and we argue about a lot of shit, and there it is.
So it's organic.
Plus, I didn't want to have to leave the house, so it's like we can record whenever, You know, whenever she finally gets GarageBand to work.
Yeah, that's right. You're the.
Usually takes me like an hour or so.
We just go.
And then I'm just pissed.
And you have Neon quite a bit. Like you have.
Yeah.
Neon
See, I
show?
do the same thing. I didn't want to have guests. I didn't want to have to work.
Right.
I just sort of just start rambling. So if my wife walks by, she's on the podcast. If she's busy, she keeps going.
Our
Yeah,
dogs
and
make
then
an
I
appearance.
just sort of leave it like that because then you got to deal with people's schedules and
Right.
like, can we make it 2:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that gets
Plus,
into the whole fucking
I don't want to waste
Sky Miles
anybody's
thing.
time either because it's like I talk a lot.
Right.
So it's like I don't want them coming out, clear out the fucking Calabasas to sit there and listen to me bitch for an hour and then go, oh, so what do you got
I've done
going
those
on?
podcasts. You know those ones? Yeah, come on over. And you're fucking sitting in like 9 hours of traffic. And
Yeah.
then the other host is just like, rah, 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 for a fucking hour. And you're just sitting there like, am I ever going to get to talk? And it's just like,
Yeah.
why did you have me on here? That's very considerate. This is a very considerate podcast.
Or there's just so many of the how'd you get into comedy podcasts that I just didn't want to do that either.
You don't enjoy listening to two comics talking about their process? Do you come up with the punchline first, John, or is it more setup? Do you talk about the things in your life?
I talk and people laugh, and I say that again if they do. So I repeat if it works. If it doesn't, well, all right, that sucked.
So what about your listeners? Who do they side with more? You or Jamie?
Do they?
I think,
She would know.
I think a lot of the times it's me because it's a lot of girls listening. At least those are the girls. The girls who are tweeting are the ones who.
Yeah, I
Side of
wouldn't
me.
know. I don't.
Do you go at it?
I hate social media.
Do you
so.
trash the people that support your wife?
I mean,
I'm just.
I
I'm
do
just
right
insert-
now. Fuck them. I mean, but I don't. I'm not on there to see what they say, so whatever.
I'm just inserting myself into your position. That's what I would be doing. I would be trashing all of them, making
But-
my life even more miserable.
You're thicker skinned than I am, though. You're a guy who will just, you
Dude,
don't
I
care
just
if
ran
somebody
it for 20
insults
minutes about Sky Miles.
you. I heard.
I'm not thicker skinned.
I went to the
Delta.
bathroom. I came back. I'm like,
Delta.
he's still talking about
Delta
fucking
is kind of-
miles, dude.
United
fuck
is
you.
the
You come
mileage
from
plus
murderers.
program.
I just
feel
come
you.
from a long line of yellers.
Yeah.
Who do you say as do you?
He complains about his miles, and I mean those are so important to him. He will take 3 flights instead of a direct flight because it's U.S. Airways.
See what I'm saying?
His miles.
When I say
See,
you already
yeah.
paid for the miles, this man paid for it in his free time in seconds he'll never get back. I'm telling you.
Hold on.
No,
The
Maz
most
I
valuable
remember
thing on the
Maz
planet
Jobrani-
other than water is your free fucking
Our buddy,
time.
comic Maz Jobrani, I remember him at the end of the year, took a flight to New York with a connection for no reason and came back just to get bumped up to another level of premiere.
And they sit there in their lair watching it. Going, look at this fucking guy. He's going all the way up here. We got another one. How does it work? Why are they so dumb?
And then
It's
people,
just miles.
First of all, every time we get invited somewhere, though, you treat it like it's fucking couples therapy. Like all of a sudden, you're gonna go, you know what I hate about him?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, wait, I track my miles and my status.
everyone does.
Because
Everyone does.
I like getting upgrades, but I mean, because it's fucking. If you can't go back after you started getting upgraded, it's.
How do you even do that? I've never been upgraded
upgrade
ever.
to first class? Really?
Ever. Do you have to check in and be like, hey, you know, you got any
Yeah.
extra cookies? I'd like one. There's like some fucking game show host looking guy come down and tap you on the shoulder. You've won, and you get out of your middle
Guess what,
seat.
John? You've been selected to sit in 2A. You'll be sitting next to a Japanese businessman. He's going to be
barely
clean.
be
He's going to be
tolerating-
quiet.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's right.
First class is fucking sweet, man. I need a big chair and some fucking quiet.
I've almost gotten
People
in
in
two.
first class don't talk,
I've almost
don't
gotten
cry.
in two first class fights just recently. I had this fucking, and I'm gonna end up on a no-fly list. Every podcast we do is gonna end up.
Machete Madrigal.
Well, this just happened. So I had a guy, this Italian businessman, he just looked like he was a Ferragamo. He had white silver hair, and then he had like a brown suede. You know the look, brown suede jacket, and he just looked very important. Really expensive luggage. I'm sitting in the window, and I put my eye mask on. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna
You're a man with an eye mask? Are
constantly.
You serious?
Yeah. Oh, all the time. I fucking love it.
I gotta be honest. I love the eye mask. I love the eye mask. It's fucking great.
It puts weight on your
Never
eyes.
talk
If you
shit
haven't
on me
fucking
again.
done it,
All right, you have an eye mask.
if you learned anything here today, 323-668-0986 and fucking eye masks. Try it. You'll love it. It's amazing. So it puts a little weight on your eye, right out. Anyway, I put my eye mask on, and I feel this arm come over me, and he reaches up the window, and he goes like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You don't do that in general.
Ooh.
Forget about
No,
the
no.
Madrigal.
And I put up the eye mask, and I'm exhausted. That's what. And so I go, and I look at him in the eyes, and I go like this. I had a great
Put your
line
eye
too.
mask.
Yeah,
Put your eye
put it
mask up on your forehead.
Yeah.
Like he's the fucking Marlboro man.
So then I looked at the guy and I said, I'm sorry if you don't realize how this works. But I sit in the window, I control the window. Because you sit in the aisle, you control restroom access. That's what you do. And he goes, I like the window up. I like the window up. The window must be up. And I said, look, you look like a man that usually gets what he wants. But it's not fucking happening today. I fucking kept it down, and then he called over the stewardess, and he goes, he's going to say, the windows must be up upon takeoff. And she did something great. She goes, look, guys, you just need to work it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I go, well, I worked it out. It's not fucking happening. And then, I teased. And then we landed, and I was awake and everything like that.
Just turn on your light.
Yeah. I put it up. He likes to look outside. And I opened it up when we were landing. I go, here you go. Look outside. I go, look at those clouds. I go, you little bit. Oh, he wouldn't do it, too. He was stubborn. And he was staring straight ahead. And then I go, look, you little baby. Come on, look outside. Look outside. I was calling him a baby. Jesus Christ.
You really just, you rubbed
And then,
it in.
let me tell you my other one real
Your
quick.
stories, you always start off as a sympathetic character, and by the end of it, it's like all your stories, it's like watching Breaking Bad. Like, what happened to Walter White? Yeah. What happened to this little chemistry teacher that I was rooting for?
So here's one more real quick. This is after the Chicago Comedy Festival. I stayed up all night. I almost got in a fight in the bowling alley, and it was with.
You see why I don't go do podcasts?
Yeah.
No, I was saying.
Kidding.
Have you've never been in an altercation on a plane?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was gonna tell a story.
Please,
but
don't
you
go
had
ahead.
fucking
No,
two
no.
of them, so
Let's trade them. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry. Mine
was just a quick one because we did have a thing in first class. We were sitting in first class, and you got a big armrest there, and just all of a sudden she taps me on the shoulder, and because I always put my headphones on because I don't want to deal with her. Once she has Bloody Marys, it's fucking awful. But she looks down. She's like, and there's a foot. It was a bare foot. The lady behind us just put her.
How'd she get it that far?
Up, I know.
No, she put it in the middle through the
She
hole.
put it on our
fucking
on
go
our armrest.
crazy.
I was like, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "What do you want?" And I just took my bottle of water and just dumped it. And
Yeah.
now you got wet foot, huh?
I'm sorry.
And you dumped Coke on the seat.
Oh yeah, I dumped the Diet Dr. Pepper all over her seat because I had an open middle seat, and the guy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come up and sit there," and I'm like, oh, "Bullshit."
That's fucking
It was
brilliant.
open. It was. I mean, I wanted the fucking space to just, know, And I dumped a whole Diet Dr. Pepper. The guy in the window seat looked at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, Trust me. All right? Doing us a favor. And the guy came back up. I'm like, yeah, somebody spilled an entire Dr. Pepper.
Should have let him sit in it. It would have been worth it.
That would defeat the purpose, though. I mean, I don't want to laugh at somebody for 5 hours. I want them to not be there. So,
Jesus, I don't do anything. You know, I had a guy fucking yelling at me the whole way to Indianapolis. He was on something. He just kept asking me why I was going to Indianapolis. Why are you going to Indianapolis,
Holy
Bill?
shit.
Why are you going to Indianapolis? I will stop this plane. We were like, I told this on Rogan's podcast. He was taxiing out. And he had his finger like up. I'm gonna call the thing. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, you're the guy.
Wait. I think so. You're on the flight. You're taking off, and there's somebody else in first class that's looking at you, going, "Why are you going to?"
Yeah, he thought I was fidgeting. I mean, I am. I'm scatterbrained. I play drums, so I'm tapping around. I'm fucking. I look like I look like a maniac. And he had some sort of like I'm a Secret Service fantasy going on. So he started going like, he started asking me some questions. And then it started off as a conversation, and quickly I realized this guy was like psychoanalyzing me, so I just sort of like tapped. I can't remember what happened. He just goes, okay, you just demonstrated like 5 of the 6 fucking blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, did I? I just started laughing. So we're taxiing down, and he's going, I'm going to press the button. I'm like thinking, I just was laughing. Go ahead, press it. I want to see what happens. So he presses the button, and they fucking pull over. Yeah, and then the stewardess comes back, and it's like, what's going on? He's like, this guy is fucking, and he's out of his mind talking a mile a minute. I'm just sitting there. It's like, I don't know what, and they're like, what do you have to say? I go, I don't know what his deal is. I'm just sitting here. And then the woman in front goes, yeah, he was cursing at him and threatening him because he was threatening he was going to kick my ass and all this type of shit. I just kept laughing at him. He was a little weaselly looking dude, but I mean, if he knew some of that UFC shit, I would have been in trouble. But and they finally the captain did the same thing. He's like, are we going to be able to fly today? And I was just like, I'm fine, whatever. And then we ended up taking off, and he had like one more drink and completely passed out. And I remember when we landed, he had like come around and he was sober, and he was too embarrassed to look at me. I remember, and he took off something off his headphones or something, and just were really light. And when he put them down, he went like, ugh. Like he had to make some sort of like guy fucking noise to try and save face.
Yeah, my scariest one was after Chicago. I stayed up my flight and my pickup. I didn't even go to sleep. Stayed out drinking the entire time. Wasted, as drunk as I could possibly be.
You're a good father.
Well, I'm going to sleep it off, and it was a big the Chicago Comedy Festival, and so all your friends are out, and so you're just hanging out with all these people, and it was me and Jermaine Fowler and Johnny Pemberton and Chelsea Peretti and all these people out at this bowling alley. We were all, Chelsea doesn't drink, but all the rest of us were just trashed. And I almost got in a fight with Ben Kronberg because I called his girlfriend a bad bowler. He goes, isn't my girlfriend isn't my girlfriend a great bowler? And I go, your girlfriend's the worst bowler. Your girlfriend's the worst fucking bowler I've ever seen in my entire life. And I bowl. I've seen a lot of fucking bowlers. And I just fucking tell you. So, anyway, and he's like, say it again, Madrigal. And we talked and made up. Anyway, so I get on the flight. Say it again.
Sympathetic.
We go over by the jungle gym.
Yeah.
Say it again.
And so I get on this flight, just trash, but I know I'm trash and I'm going to be cool. So I fall asleep for a little bit, and then the meal comes. I figure this is a good time to go to the bathroom, try to clean up a little bit. So I go, everyone's getting their meal, so I go to the bath. I say opt out of the meal. I say I'll take as much water as you can give me. And I go into the bathroom, and I'm in there, and I wash my face a little bit, wash my hands, and I go to the bathroom, and then boom, boom, boom. Somebody pounds on the door. And I wait a second because I had to dry off my face. And I open the door, and I go, who did that? And it's fucking this really effeminate Latino steward. And I was like, it wasn't me. It was this guy. And points to this guy standing in the right at the partition, and he looks like, if anybody remembers the Muppets, you remember Sam the Eagle with the huge forehead as a man, and so it's like this guy with the sweater over his shoulders, he's standing there, and so now I'm still drunk, and I go, hey, you pound on the door? I go, did you pound on the door? And he just looks at me, and I go, hey, man. I go, it's an emergency. And I went to my line. I go, let me explain to you how this works. Fucking light is on. The light is on. You wait. I go, if it's an emergency, you walk to the fucking back. I go, what's your problem? I go, it was an emergency. You walk to the back. You don't pound on the door. You just fucking wait until the light goes off. What the fuck? And the guy looks at me, and he goes, stick it. And then that makes me crazy. I go, stick it? I go, what the fuck are you, the Fonz? Stick it? And then I swear to you, and this is how drunk I was, a vision of my wife appeared over my shoulder saying, sit the fuck down, you idiot. People are looking at you. And I just, without any notice at all, just promptly just sat down in my seat, put my eye mask on, and didn't fucking say a word until we got out. And
You were probably in there for like 40 minutes. You probably passed out, and that's why you knocked on the thing.
Well, the worst part is that there was a Make-A-Wish Foundation kid on the flight that they let. He walked up to the first class. And he did. That's how he did. That's how he walked up.
Jesus Christ.
That's how he walked. He had the arm things. He did. That's how it was. I'm telling you, this is the real story. This is not. And he had the Make-A-Wish shirt and the whole thing and the arm brace, and he walked up, and he looked in the bathroom, and I don't know if there was toilet paper or what I left, because I was such in a hurry to fucking yell at the guy that then I looked into my eye mask, and I was looking at the Make-A-Wish kid, and he looked in the bathroom, and I looked at the Latino steward, and then there was a little commotion. So I think I left the bathroom in a bad place. And the poor Make-A-Wish kid had to go all the way to the back to use the
Did
other
he run?
bathroom.
I thought you were going to say he actually was able to run.
Fucking took off.
Now that you brought it up about holding takeoff, I did hold up takeoff because I was pooping once. That's a lot of because I was waiting for them to take off. I was like, it was one of those times where they taxi and they're like, vroom, 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 and it's like, come on, as soon as we get in the air, I gotta go. And, I mean, because it was like cutting off circulation and stuff. It was like, I had to go, and it was like, it was better than, those people didn't want to they didn't want to fly from Phoenix with me, sitting in shit. So, but I got up and I did, and
the guy didn't
they
claim
actually
Phoenix
held
on
the
that
plate
one.
up.
He didn't.
They actually held the plate up.
He did not yell Phoenix.
See, an hour ago, I seemed nuts with my Sky Miles. I've had no incidents. I get on, I sit down, I don't have a fucking problem. I would have had a problem if I felt the heat of that guy's arm going across my face.
Maybe.
If I was sitting next to you in a pile of shit, really? You'd be okay with that?
Or the foot? No, I don't have a problem with you getting up and, I don't know, dude, you didn't feel like you had to take that level of a shit all of a sudden you on the plane? You should have gone to the airport.
Because it was one of those things where it was like,
Came
I was
on
holding
quick like Ebola?
I was holding it until we took off, and they kept fake taking off a bunch of times, and when you get your mind ready to oh good, now I can go, and as soon as you let loose of that, it's like your last layer of protection is gone, and it's just the chair holding it in now, and I had to bail out, so
No, if you gotta go, they should let you. What?
I was quick, though. I'm quick. I'm very.
And you came out, and everybody on the whole plane is looking and saw you. Did you have any sort of embarrassment?
I just looked down the whole time.
I had to shit.
Shame.
I had to shit.
We all know I had to shit, right?
I had to shit.
And that I didn't wipe
Guys have
very
all
well.
been
We
there.
all know I
We've
didn't
all
wipe
been
very
there.
well.
I had to
right?
shit. What row are we? Oh, Christ. Halfway
I
there.
remember that was the flight I was on with Hulk Hogan. That would have been even more embarrassing. I mean, to shit myself in front of fucking the Hulkster. I mean, but I thought it'd be
What's
cool.
that smell, brother?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Hey, brother. He did. He calls everyone brother. Yeah, he was. I was thinking it'd be so funny if we got hijacked on that flight. I mean, like if the terrorist got taken out by Hulk Hogan, the guy who took out the Iron Sheik, and then like that would be funny. It would be funny. So what else about flying?
Well, do you guys travel a lot, or do you go on the road with him quite a bit, or
Not often. And
No, I think
obviously you see why.
Yeah.
I want to travel with that.
that's my husband. He's got a shit.
Oh, like you're fun.
I have a couple Bloody Marys and I'm passed out. I'm good.
How did you guys meet? Did you meet through stand-up comedy?
I was a fan. I met him after a show.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, ladies,
Total groupie move.
it's easy to do.
Not with me, really.
No.
I run to my car and go. I've been that way for at least like 10 years. But,
Well,
yeah.
usually, I mean, it depends. People that and then it's great. I love talking to people. Actually, with the Daily Show, it depends who's coming up to you afterwards. But we had this thing, Mr. Madrigal. The people that come up to me after shows are like the same fucking guy. The piece that you did in Mississippi, and so I have the same dude everywhere.
Oh, I had the same guy. We know who he is. The same guy that was working the lot at the store for probably 8-9 years. He would stop me in my car and ask me comedy advice. I know he did it to you too, because he would quote you a lot. But I'm not going to say. But I mean, he was just like, he asked me a question once. He was just like, I mean, they were so ridiculous. It was like, so when you write your jokes, how do you make them funny?
Oh.
Like that was the one thing that was,
I know exactly
was
who you're
keeping him
talking
from
about.
getting
He's
the comedy
the sweetest
success.
individual. He is so sweet. He's the nicest
He's a
guy.
nice guy. I know.
He has
he's the
Crohn.
sweetest
He
guy
has
in the world.
colitis. He has colitis.
Does he? I don't know.
He walks with those things.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How often are you guys putting out the show? How often are you putting out the podcast?
We try for every week.
Yeah, we try every week. We flaked out this week for some. We'll put probably a double or something next. We always make up for it.
Is there a certain
Not
day
that
it comes
anybody
out
gives
that
a
people
shit,
can look
but,
for?
It's usually Tuesday, Wednesday-ish.
Oh, okay. Good deal.
One of us is always in like a bad mood that day when we try to do it, so it gets pushed back.
It's
He's usually
usually
in a bad mood.
I'm usually in a bad fucking mood from the road. So we
We usually record Monday or Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, it used when we first designed. It was originally supposed to be we were going to argue about a specific thing,
Right.
and have people vote on it, but that just kind of went out the window.
Now you
And,
just guys just arguing in general.
I just say go, and I just say, hey, everybody, and she has a problem with that. So
It's Garage Band. It's already put me in a bad mood.
yeah. She's always pissed off because of fucking software that everybody else says is fantastic, and I want to kill you.
Sorry.
Not you. I don't want. Well, I do, but I mean, for separate reasons.
Are you guys gonna bring kids into this? Is that?
She just goes gross. You said you're going to bring kids in. She goes gross. You just mean kids in general. Yeah. They're gross. They're filthy, right? They got no manners. When are you going to learn how to wipe your own face, you little shit? At least don't touch everything.
They can be as rude as they want, but I gotta watch my fucking mouth all the time when I'm around them. I know.
They know what they're
Little
doing,
dicks.
right?
She wants to have kids. I guess we're trying. I'm just doing the same shit. I didn't really adjust my swing at all. Less cleanup now, but that's about it. I went too far.
I think that's a great note to go out on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clean up. One more time for John Caparulo, Jamie Caparulo, Neal Brennan. Thank you for coming. We're doing this every single month. We hope you can come back. I appreciate you guys supporting All Things Comedy. Go to allthingscomedy.com. You don't have to go anywhere. One more time for Bill Burr. Thank you. I've been Al Madrigal. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Machete to the head. 323-668-0986.
Fuck Sky
I will
Miles.
take your Sky Miles.